At Clearview Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, we are committed to our community by providing advanced medical care and services at our skilled nursing center, while also providing a setting for seniors who require minimal assistance with their daily routine at our Country Springs personal care home. Our services aim to enhance self-esteem and encourage a fulfilling lifestyle. Clearview Nursing and Rehab Center and Country Springs personal care home share a beautiful campus right outside of Sligo and are less than 10 minutes from the center of Clarion.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
Allegheny Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Allegheny Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Allegheny Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlleghenyElectric.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery offers screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as on cool gear like backpacks, window decals, and engraved tumblers. We also specialize in team, business, and organization fundraisers. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyync.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
Tigers are looking to maintain their hold on first place in the region, while the Eagles are looking for their first region win of the season. Youngsville hosts Maplewood. It's a District 10 Region 2 matchup next on the YDL Sports Network.
Providing in-depth audio, video, and written coverage of high school and small college sports across Western Pennsylvania. The YDL Sports Network. If you love sports, this is the place to be.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Youngsville High School as the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg presents high school basketball on the YDL Sports Network. It's a District 10 Region 2 matchup tonight as the Youngsville Eagles host the Maplewood Tigers. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, where you come for the food and stay for the view. Come check out their new indoor-outdoor wood frame event center. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg was recently voted the #1 waterfront restaurant in Pennsylvania. Find out why, AlleghenyGrill.com. This is the Warren Forest High Ed Council pregame show. For 40 years, the Warren Forest High Ed Council has provided education services in Warren Forest County. Make 2025 the year you take the next step. Call 814-723-3222 or visit high-ed.org to register now. Warren Forest High Ed Council, your access to lifelong learning. Our game stream tonight is brought to you by Oil Country Crates. Your products, our protection, oilcountrycrates.com. And you're on the drive to the game, brought to you by Warren Tire Center. Warren Tire Center, make sure you get to the game in comfort, as they did for me this evening. Visit them online, warrentirecenter.com. Brian Hagberg, Alan Siebert with you here in the Spitzer Auto World of St. Mary's broadcast booth. Spitzer Auto World, our world revolves around you. SpitzerChevyStMarys.com. And Alan, we were kind of looking around tonight as the Eagles made their way into the gym, and looking for their first Region 2 win. They face the top team right now as far as the standings are concerned in the region, and going to be a tough out if they're going to pick up that first win tonight, missing a key player.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Eagles appear like they're going to be out without leading scorer Riley Robinald again. Robinald would have been the highest average scoring player on either team in the game, coming into the game averaging 15.4 points a game. However, it looks like they're going to have to go for what I believe is a third straight game without her. That's going to leave the load on a bunch of young players and a lot of inexperienced players. But that's what the Eagles are tasked with this year. Their head coaches told me flat out it's a rebuilding year, and this is all part of it, unfortunately.
On the flip side, the Tigers come in, have a lot of balance on their scoring. Three key players really driving that scoring for the Tigers in Madison O'Hara, Maggie Means, and Madison Eimer.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to look at the standings and figure out what Maplewood's goal is. You got to think nothing less than a region championship is going to be what they're after this year. Started the year with a win over Sagertown last week, or earlier this week, I believe. And yeah, I mean, you can't start better than 4-0 in the region. And if they leave this gym 5-0, they'll be pretty happy.
But we should be clarified. That's calendar year.
Calendar year, yes. Starting 2025.
There you go. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and they were. Maplewood was up here in Warren County to start the season this year. They're up at the Warren County Tip-Off Classic, and had a couple of tough matchups there with Orchard Park, New York, and then, of course, the host Dragons. Played Warren tough, though, a 5-point ball game there in the second game of the season for both of those teams. And you know, for a 2A team where in District 10, you've got to deal with the likes of Wilmington and Kennedy Catholic and some of those teams in Class 2A. How can playing some of those tougher teams early in the season help prepare you for that playoff run?
Well, it's really all you want as a coach. You can't go out there. It's easy to go out there and beat up on inferior competition, but if you want to win those games, the close games, when you get closer to the playoffs, the region games get more and more important. That's the kind of stuff that builds character, builds what you need to win those games. So I would think that even though they go down as losses on the schedule for the year, those might be some of the most important games that the Tigers play all season.
Well, and then, you know, if you play those games and then you come out on top too, especially, I would think, you know, that's got to be a great confidence builder for you heading into the rest of your season.
Absolutely. I mean, there's obviously some tough teams, as you just mentioned, that they're going to run into, if not during the regular season, when you get into the District 10 playoffs. And yeah, the more times you go out there and play quality competition and play right with them, beat them, I mean, hey, that's all you need, and that's what it's going to come down to when the playoffs get underway.
All right, with that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Warren Forest High Ed Council pregame show at Allegheny Grill and Foxburg High School basketball on the YDL Sports Network.
At Clairview Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, we are committed to our community by providing advanced medical care and services at our skilled nursing center, while also providing a setting for seniors who require minimal assistance with their daily routine at our Country Springs Personal Care Home. Our services aim to enhance self-esteem and encourage a fulfilling lifestyle. Clairview Nursing and Rehab Center and Country Springs Personal Care Home share a beautiful campus right outside of Sligo and are less than 10 minutes from the center of Clarion.
Founded in 1978 and headquartered in Warren, Pennsylvania General Energy has become a leading oil and natural gas producer in the Appalachian Basin. PGE is a proud and growing organization making positive contributions to the region's economy and environment. We are equally proud of our commitment to safety and environmental programs. PGE is a strong, family-oriented company that believes in giving back to the communities in which we live, work, and play. PGE, producing the energy we need, protecting the environment we treasure.
Here at the Warren County Chamber of Business and Industry, we like to focus on our community and help our local businesses expand and succeed.
Why join WCCBI? Not only do we offer a way for local businesses to grow and prosper, but we also provide business development, community involvement, and member benefits.
Becoming a member of WCCBI includes benefits such as networking and ribbon cutting.
To become a member or to see additional information, visit WCCBI.org today.
Roofing done right. That's what you get when you use Home & Specialty Roofing in Oil City. For new or replacement roofing, Home & Specialty Roofing has been doing roofs for nearly 40 years. They serve all architectural styles of roofs for both residential and commercial buildings. Home & Specialty Roofing is fully insured. Call for a free estimate today at 814-676-8024.
Performance, power, and drive. Whether it's on the court or on the road, success is always in motion. And Spitzer Auto World St. Mary's believes you deserve the best win in motion. That's why we offer an unbeatable selection at the Panda price and a lifetime warranty. It's a slam dunk. Good luck to all athletes. We believe in you and are proud to be a part of your journey.
Wag more, spend less at Spitzer Auto World St. Mary's.
Our world revolves around you.
Are you looking for a great place to relax and enjoy the fresh mountain air of the Susquehannock State Forest in the Allegheny Mountains? Then the Potter County Campground is the place for you. Your outdoor adventure starts at the Potter County Campground with family and friends. The Potter County Campground can accommodate all your camping needs. Whether you camp in a tent, RV, or one of their camping cabins, they have a camping experience for you. Open year-round, the 44-acre Potter County Campground is located in the heart of Potter County, God's country. Check them out online at pottercountycamping.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome back into the Warren Forest High Ed Council pregame show, getting set for a District 10 Region 2 girls basketball matchup between the Youngsville Eagles and the Maplewood Tigers. Brian Hagberg, Alan Siebert with you on the YDL Sports Network. And Alan, let's take a look now at our home and specialty roofing players to watch. For nearly 40 years, Home and Specialty Roofing has done roofing right. Call today for a free estimate at 814-676-8024. So, Alan, which players are going to help their team get to the top tonight?
For Maplewood, we'll stick with the leading scorer on the team. You're going to look at junior number 15, Maggie Means, averaging 14.4 points a game entering tonight, leading the Tigers. A pretty balanced Tigers attack. But if Means can get out there and play her game, they could have a successful night. For the Eagles, going to look at freshman Kaylee Laufenberger. Obviously, as we mentioned, without Riley Robinall, a lot of shoes to fill. But Laufenberger's had a pretty good season for her first year with the Eagles, averaging 3 points a game. And really coming on, scoring a little more consistently as of late.
All right, those are our home and specialty roofing players to watch. Again, give them a call for a free estimate at 814-676-8024. And, Alan, we were talking off air about how basketball is one of those sports, I think maybe the sport where one player can make the biggest difference. And we've seen that, you mentioned Robinall's been out for a couple of games now for the Eagles, and you just see that they're a completely different team without her in the lineup.
Yeah, and it's really not just about the scoring either. Obviously, when you're missing a player who's averaging over 15 points a game, that's going to be shown on the scoreboard. But it's not just the stuff that shows up on the scoreboard. Ball handling, dealing with pressure. I know there was a few games earlier in the season when Robinall would have to sit out for a while with injury or just for a break. And you're right, it's a completely different tempo, a completely different team when Robinall's not on the court handling the ball.
And so as a team, as a coach, how do you game plan for that when a player that important to your everything that like you said, it's not just scoring points, it's not just the ball handling, it's that whole combination of things. Where do you turn to? I mean, this is obviously not a very deep team for the Eagles. There's a reason we're playing varsity only here tonight. So how do you combat that?
Well, I'll be completely honest, Brian. That's one of the biggest reasons I don't coach and have never had any desire to coach. Because if I could answer those questions, I'd be out there doing it. No, I mean it is difficult, and I've talked to head coach Morgan Cook-Heibach a few times this season, and they fully admit it's a rebuilding season. They know that it's very difficult to play with girls who have the experience level that they have. So I think it's kind of like you said with Maplewood, playing tough competition makes them better. They just need to try and get better every game, even if it's just a little bit, minuscule amount that you don't even really see. It shows up on the tape, and eventually it will show up on the court.
Now let's take a look at our Rehab Center keys to the game. The Rehab Center's chiropractors caring for health online, therehabcenters.com. That's center spelled the old English way with an R-E-S. And Alan, let's start with the visitors first. Key to victory tonight for Maplewood.
Maplewood's just got to play their game. They have to know that on paper they're highly favored. Just come out, play your game, be efficient, and just try to handle your business.
And for the homestanding Eagles?
Oh, for the Eagles, it's a little bit harder. I think the biggest thing is handle the pressure. I don't know how much pressure defense Maplewood's going to apply and everything, but that has been a problem without Robinall, as we've said, is being able to handle the half-court pressure, full-court pressure. So if they can handle that, they have a better chance of hanging in there.
All right, those are our Rehab Center keys to the game, the rehabcenters.com. That'll just about wrap up the Warren Forest High Ed Council pregame show. Our first quarter tonight is brought to you by Elwood National Forge. It's never too soon nor too late to set another goal or dream another dream. If now's the time for you, Elwood National Forge can help with multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from. Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance to start the day to hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. Visit enfjobs.com. Apologize for the abrupt ending there. They kind of caught me off guard with the national anthem. A little hard to hear the public address system here in Youngsville. They're one of those places that still using the Bluetooth speaker, and sometimes those are hit or miss.
It is definitely hit or miss here.
All right, so we're going to get set for our starting lineups here. It'll be first for visiting Maplewood.
Starting lineup, first for visiting Maplewood Tigers, coached by Sean Rhodes, right third, and Alicia Sheets. A junior, number 14, Ella Frazier.
Number 14, Ella Frazier.
Junior, number 15, Maggie Means.
Number 15, Maggie Means.
Senior, number 11, Rin Post.
Number 11, Rin Post.
Senior, number 10, Madison O'Hara.
Number 10, Madison O'Hara.
23, Madison Elgin.
And number 23, Madison Eimer, your starters for the Tigers here this evening. And now for the Eagles. Number 21, Kaylee Laufenberger. Number 34, Haley Kent. Number 24, Lily Jesperson. Number 42, Natalie Ross. And number 12, Cassidy Britton, your starters for the Eagles. As teams come to center court, looks like it's going to be Madison Eimer taking the opening tip-off here for the Tigers.
Yeah, another thing we talked about, or actually didn't talk about in the pregame, is you did mention quickly the lack of depth for the Eagles. Only 2 players on the bench tonight, as Kaylin May is still out battling an injury as well. So these girls are not only going to have to play well, but they're going to have to play a while.
And the Tigers control the opening tip, and up for a quick 2 is Maggie Means.
Can't start much better than that. Fast break layup, and Tigers up early.
Jesperson brings it up the floor, gives it off down baseline, and running into a trap was Haley Kent. And then the shot is waved off for a Warren County Visitors Bureau travel. It was Laufenberger called on the travel there. You had Warren County part of your travel plans with the Warren County Visitors Bureau, wcvb.net/events.
Yeah, it's a shame, too, because Ross found Laufenberger underneath on a good pass, just a little too much under the hoop and couldn't find her footing.
Tigers swinging it around the perimeter, and now O'Hara started to drive, then kicked it back out. O'Hara's got it on the wing now, puts up a three just off the mark, rebounded by Ross for the Eagles.
Yeah, and something that just crossed my mind as I saw the attempted three there. That's another thing as we see a steal here by Madison Eimer. Jesperson trying to get back. The layup's up and good. 4-0 Tigers. As I was mentioning, though, the three-pointers, just something that's pretty much non-existent for the Eagles, even with Robinalt on the court. I don't know that they've attempted one all year, let alone had a made one. So just not part of their game, and it makes it hard when you get down early.
Yeah, and already in a 4-0 deficit and almost losing the ball again there was Jesperson. And again has to recover, and now it's taken away by the Tigers. And like you said, Alan, when you don't have that long-range shooting as part of your repertoire, it makes it real hard to come back. As O'Hara puts up another three, this one off the mark, rebounded by Eimer, and she's going to draw the foul.
Yeah, and that's one thing that you won't be able to say about the Eagles is they do hustle. There's no lack of effort. There's no lack of defensive. They're doing the best they can with what they got. It's very difficult when you don't have the ball handling or the shooting. When you don't have both, I mean, it's very difficult.
Eimer at the Nesta Builder Supply free throw line, shooting a pair. First rims out. I believe the Bluetooth just shut off. And Eimer's second shot off the front of the rim, and then Means is there for the putback, but that one goes off the front of the rim. Last touch by the Tigers.
You see here early on, the Tigers aren't pressing full court, but they are picking up a half court and still making things difficult for Jesperson bringing the ball up.
And loses it again there. Another steal for the Tigers. And that's O'Hara on the layup, and shot's no good, but she draws the foul, and we'll head to the Nesta Builder Supply free throw line.
That's another thing with the lack of depth. It's not just the fatigue. It could become the foul trouble as well. I mean, that's two quick ones in the first few minutes for the Eagles, and you only have two players on the bench. So hopefully that does not become an issue for them as well.
And so far, the Tigers a little cold from the free throw line. As that one rattles out, but again, rebounded there. That time it was Frazier on the rebound. And Eimer's pass poked away, and Jesperson comes up with it for the Eagles, and that's going to be a double dribble. I think you and I both saw that at the same time. Put both hands on the ball on the crossover, and
yeah, and again, that's just an inexperienced mistake. It's something that'll get better with time. It's just those are things that are going to happen early on.
Inside to Frazier, runs into a double team, puts it high off the glass, can't get it to go. Ross gets the rebound and draws a foul.
Well, so far, the keys to the game that were mentioned, the Eagles are struggling with the pressure. I said they would have to handle that well to take care of the ball. But another thing, Maplewood not connecting on the free throws, 0 for 4 early on, missed some close shots. It's still only 4-0.
Jesperson tries to go left this time and draws another foul. Looks like that one's going to go on Eimer. And so it's something, Tigers coach Sean Rhodes definitely not wanting to see that. Like you said, on paper, this should be a matchup that favors them, but you don't want to give away fouls, especially early in the game. As there's O'Hara on the steal and too strong off the glass. The ball's kicked around. Eagles come up with it, and Jesperson lets the traffic clear out before bringing the ball up the court.
And another empty trip for the Tigers. Theoretically could be up 12-0 already, and it might not mean much tonight, but in a game against Wilmington, Kennedy Catholic, like you mentioned in the pregame, those things are going to matter more and more.
Eagles swing it around the perimeter, and Ross puts up a shot. It's knocked away out of bounds by the Tigers. Will stay Eagles basketball. And they get it into Ross, but it goes through her hands. And then the pass is corralled there by Post. They get it to O'Hara on the wing. Third time, not the charm. It looked like that was going to go in and then just spun out. Means now drives baseline, kicks it back out to O'Hara, and that shot goes off the rim. And we get a tie-up, and the Pizza Hut possession arrow says it is Youngsville basketball. Still time for you to order a fresh hot pizza now online at pizzahut.com, where no one out-pizzas the hut.
Yeah, Youngsville would like to get a few possessions here and get a decent shot, get an open look, because as of now, Maplewood is letting them hang around.
Number 3, Jocelyn Blake, and number 25, Ari Palmero checking into the game for Maplewood. And Palmero got a hand in there, poked it away, but out of bounds. And we'll get a substitution for Youngsville as well, as that's Kennedy Allen, number 22.
Yeah, Kennedy Allen and Cassidy Britton, who has the ball right now, are both first-year seniors who came out to help this program get the depth that it needed to put together a season. So good to see them getting some time, and they are coming along as the season goes.
And Jesperson gets called on the Warren County Visitors Bureau travel, so another turnover. Eimer brings it up for the Tigers, gets it to Means. She puts up a 3, and these rims are not being very friendly to Maplewood right now. A lot of shots rimming in and out. And
yeah, it's cold outside. It's cold in here right now, at least at this end of the floor. Youngsville as well. They just like to get a few shots up and see if they can get something.
The Eagles have only had one shot attempt, and that was blocked away out of bounds. As Jesperson will bring it up the floor. Runs into that half-court pressure, and now Kent takes it baseline, tries to go back up top. It's kicked around, and Allen comes away with it, gets a shot up, and nearly went in.
Now we can confirm that the rims are unkind to both teams.
Eimer with it now. Swings it up top to Blake. Blake drives, kicks out. Palmero for 3. Can't get it to go. Tigers get the rebound. It's Blake. Her shot, no good. She kicks out to Means. And Means buries the Icy Ink three-pointer.
Yeah, well, as good as Maplewood's been this season, if you give them too many opportunities, eventually they are going to start falling.
Jesperson drives, runs into a double team, gets a shot away, but it goes off the side of the backboard. Means comes up with it and is pressing the issue. Kicks it out. Palmero's going to try a 3. Can't get that one to go. Rebound finds its way to Means, who puts it up and in. 5 quick points for Maggie Means. And we are going to get a timeout called by Morgan Cook-Heibach. That's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. It's Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School basketball on the YDL Sports Network.
22 years of the best wrestling camp you've never heard of. That's the Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp, which will be held June 16th through the 20th, 2025 in Port Allegheny, PA, and will feature a star-studded lineup of clinicians. And don't forget about the blowout picnic to close out the festivities. It's legendary. Find out more at teambruno.org and like them on Facebook. We'll see you in June in Port Allegheny, PA.
And welcome back to Youngsville High School. Midway through the Elwood National Forge first quarter, it's Maplewood 9, Youngsville nothing. This District 10 Region 2 girls contest. Well, 3 minutes left to go in the Elwood National Forge first quarter. I want to let you know tonight's game also being brought to you in part by Spitzer Auto World of St. Mary's. Our world revolves around you. Spitzer Chevy, stmarys.com. And so the Eagles will put it in here. It'll be Jesperson bringing it up the floor. And taken away by O'Hara. And O'Hara tries to go coast to coast. Can't get the shot to fall, but she'll head to the Tinus Builders free throw line after the Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp foul. The Bruno Iafrito Wrestling Camp in Port Allegheny, the best damn wrestling camp you've never heard of, June 16th through 20th, 2025. I failed in my duties. All those fouls we had earlier, Alan, as O'Hara knocks down the first free throw of the night for the Tigers. I forgot to mention our friends at Bruno Iafrito.
Although you'll have to make up for it, and probably get some opportunities. There's been 6 fouls so far in this first quarter. So,
and O'Hara goes 2 for 2. After the Tigers had started over at the Tynesta Builder Supply free throw line.
Yeah, and the 3 by Means, and then the 2 free throws by O'Hara. Maybe those rims softening up a little on the Tigers.
And again, Youngsville running into traffic, and we get a tie-up. Pizza Hut possession arrow will give it right back to the Tigers. And there was a short flurry there where Youngsville got a couple of shots away, but most of their possessions have ended in a turnover so far.
Yeah, and it's what we talked about in the pregame. It's just really hard when you don't have a ball handler out there who can set up the offense and get things going for you.
Blake gets it up top to O'Hara. Lost the handle there for a second. Gets it back quickly. Inside, that was number 20, Janelle Beck, into the game. O'Hara going to take a 3, and that one rims out. Rebound kicked around. Jesperson thought she had it, started to go. Kicks back to Cassidy Britton, who then draws the Bruno Iorfito Wrestling Camp foul. I remembered that time.
There you go. It only took about 40 seconds. Got another chance.
No, those guys down there do a great job, and our broadcast partner, Chris Rossetti, got a chance to go and actually check out the camp a little bit last year. There's some video of that on the YDL Sports Network Facebook page. As another turnover, it's O'Hara well out in front of post, but she collects. Tigers get it back to O'Hara on the wing, off the back of the rim. Rebound kicks out to O'Hara, goes baseline, lost it, and then throws it away to no one in particular. And a bit of a sloppy start to this one for the Tigers.
Yeah, honestly, looking over at Coach Sean Rhodes there, you would think a big smile on your face. You're up double digits in the first quarter, but I don't know that he's very happy with the way that his team's executed, especially on the offensive end. Defense is holding up pretty well, but offensively, it's definitely been a struggle for the Tigers early.
And O'Hara nearly got the turnover and instead picks up the Bruno Iorfito Wrestling Camp foul.
And that is going to give Youngsville a opportunity for his first points of the night. I believe it's going to send Jesperson to the free throw line for a pair.
I think that was a stoppage to get Palmero's jersey tucked in there. It is Jesperson at the Tynesta Builder Supply free throw line. She gets the Eagles on the scoreboard. .91 seconds to play the Elwood National Forge first quarter. The Eagles are on the board. Second shot off the rim and rebounded by Frazier. Frazier kicks it out to the wing there to Blake. Blake puts it up off the glass and in.
Yeah, Blake coming into this game averaging just over a point a game already with an early bucket as Maplewood takes a chance to get a few of their lesser used players into the game early.
And there's another takeaway by Eimer. Just poked that ball right away from Jesperson. Tried to get it down low. It's kicked out and then back into Frazier. Frazier out to Brooke Kennedy. Number 24 is in the game for the Tigers. Frazier out to Kennedy again. And a lot of ball movement here for Maplewood as Eimer puts up a three. It's off the mark. And Britton comes away with it, nearly had it taken away as she was trying to get it to Kennedy Allen. And Eimer right, picking Jesperson's pocket almost every time she crosses midcourt. And we're going to get another Warren County Visitors Bureau travel called, this one on Laufenberger.
Yeah, good job to get the ball inside there. Jesperson obviously having some trouble bringing the ball up the court, especially with Eimer's airtight defense, and it's caused a lot of problems for the Eagles.
And Eimer's three-point shot, no good, but rebounded by Post. Blake gets it out of the trap. They get it to Eimer on the wing. Inside, Blake not going to get the shot away. That would not have counted even if it had gone. So at the end of one, it is Maplewood 13, Youngsville 1, Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School basketball on the YDL Sports Network.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
We're just about set to start the second quarter here from Youngsville as the Eagles trail the visiting Maplewood Tigers 13-1. Our second quarter tonight is brought to you by Hunter Station Golf Club. A season pass from Hunter Station Golf Club in Tionesta would make a great gift for the special golfer in your life. Call 814-755-4558 to buy a season pass today and ask about their play and stay packages. Hunter Station Golf Club, located 3 miles south of Tionesta, online hunterstation.com. And another Youngsville possession ends in a turnover.
Yeah, it's been the story of the game for the Eagles offensively. I was telling you during the break, the defense is not bad. They play a little zone defense and stay pretty tight, and they get a steal there.
And Ross gets the loose ball and a whistle, and looks like that's going to be a foul on Maplewood.
Looks like the call was on Ella Frazier, her first.
Get it into Jesperson, and immediately it's poked away. And Jesperson, trying to corral the loose ball, gets called for a travel. Warren County Visitors Bureau travel. Make Warren County part of your travel plans with the Warren County Visitors Bureau. Online, wcvb.net/events. Eimer on the wing. Swing it around. Rin posts. Three-pointer goes off the front of the rim, and it's scooped up there by Brooke Kennedy, but her shot misses, and Eagles get the rebound, and Jesperson has it taken away by Kennedy. Off the glass and in for two.
Already 5 different players have scored for the Tigers as they built this 14-point lead.
And there's been the trouble spot for Youngsville. As soon as Jesperson crossed midcourt, Eimer's poking that ball away, and she comes up with another steal. Kennedy on the wing, kicks it up to Eimer. Over rim post. Another shot rattles out. Kennedy's there for the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, we obviously don't have official stats on steals, but they've had quite a few here in this first half, and then also on the offense.
And there it is again, yep. Eimer.
She herself has to have quite a few so far.
Could get one of those unique double-doubles if she can get some points in. That's an Icy Ink three-pointer for Jocelyn Blake. Gets the Tigers to 20.
That's the second three-pointer of the night for Maplewood. They've had lots of open looks, but have had trouble connecting from deep.
Well, that one didn't hit the rim, so that's why it went. Yeah. And see, now we take Eimer off the point, and Jesperson's able to get to the baseline. So
yeah, it's just the constant pressure of Eimer, who obviously comes in one of the team leaders and everything, and an inexperienced point guard, and it's a bad recipe if you're the Eagles head coach.
And so Jesperson's going to get a breather as Kennedy Allen checks back in. And they get it to Allen, who has it immediately taken away by guess who? Eimer.
Madison Eimer. Going to know that name before the night is done.
And Eimer draws a Bruno Iorfito Wrestling Camp foul. Bruno Iorfito Wrestling Camp in Port Allegheny, PA is the best damn wrestling camp you've never heard of. June 16th through the 20th, 2025. And there's another three-pointer on the wing. This time it's Rin Post with the Icy Ink three.
Yeah, and those long-distance shots are starting to fall for the Tigers as if there wasn't enough bad news for the Eagles. A little more bad news now when those shots starting to fall.
Ross picks up the dribble, goes up top looking for Britton. It's kicked around, and still nobody has it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles. We're going to get a wholesale change, it looks like, for Maplewood. I see Palmero and Janelle Beck. Also, number 32, Evan Post in the ball game.
It's like Lexi Petoskey as well, number 1.
And that is number 5, Lily Stevenson, bringing the ball up the court for Maplewood. Palmero on the wing up to Stevenson. Petoskey fires a three. It's short. Palmero tried to save that one going out of bounds, but was out of her reach.
Yeah, good opportunity here for Maplewood coach Sean Rhodes to get his some of the depth players on his team some important minutes and see what they can do against this Youngsville team.
And right there we see Stevenson picking up where Eimer left off, poking that basketball away from Jesperson. Stevenson nearly came up with it. Now there's a fight for the ball, and Palmero has it. Gets it to Stevenson.
Yeah, you can take Eimer
Down
out
low
of
to
the game.
Petoskey. Shot goes off the rim. Put back off the rim. And post is going to get called for the Warren County Visitors Bureau travel. So the key apparently for Maplewood is don't hit the rim.
Don't hit the rim.
As long as you don't hit the rim, the
is
shot
not
goes
being
in.
very kind as it looks like Coach Heibach's going to call a timeout here.
Looks like a 30-second timeout taken by the Eagles. We'll take a 15-second timeout and be right back. Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School basketball on the YDL Sports Network.
Performance, power, and drive. At Spitzer Auto World St. Mary's, we believe you deserve the best. Get an unbeatable selection at the Panda price and a lifetime warranty.
Wag more. Spend less at Spitzer Auto World St. Mary's.
Our world revolves around you.
Back here in Youngsville, coming out of this timeout, the Eagles trailing, visiting Maplewood 23-1, 4:51 to go. Hunter Station Golf Club, second quarter. Brian Hagberg, Alan Siebert with you on the YDL Sports Network as the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg presents high school basketball. Now we see, Maplewood's able to get some of their bench players in, and Eimer was creating all kinds of havoc defensively for the Tigers, and Stevenson comes in and picks up right where Eimer left off.
I said you can take Eimer out of the game, but I don't know that the result is changing much because Stevenson right there to take over where she left off.
Petoskey looks like she might have rolled her ankle a little bit there on that crossover, but she's up and back in battling. And the Eagles get it back out on top to Ross, but Maplewood just looks like they're playing just straight man and guarding so closely that Youngsville just doesn't know what to do with the ball.
Yeah, very, very difficult. You got some unsure players out there, and it's hard to get any traction on offense when they are playing such good defense.
Get it into Britton. Picks up her dribble. Over to Jesperson. Tries to go baseline. Has it poked away. Gets it back. Out to Ross. Ross throws it inside. Looked like she was looking maybe for Laufenberger, but no dice. And Stevenson brings it up the floor. Stops, pivots. And there's a little jumper from Janelle Beck for two.
And that's now 7 Tigers who have scored in this first half.
And that pass tipped around, and Petoskey comes up with it, falls down, maintained her dribble. Heads up play there as they get it down low. A little Euro step from Beck. A mini half Euro, I guess.
Yeah, we'll call that a half Euro.
Either way, it was effective. She got the 2 points. It's now 27-1, and we've got a whistle. Looks like a Bruno Iorfito Wrestling Camp foul on Petoskey.
And it's now 3 fouls for the Tigers in the quarter. And honestly, that's been Youngsville's best offense tonight, has been Maplewood committing fouls. And that's where they've gotten their opportunities, is at the free throw line.
Nearly had that poked away, and Britton unable to. No, they did call a reach on that.
Yeah, there's another foul. That's 4 now for Maplewood, and still 3:24 left in the quarter.
And looks like it's going to be number 22, Erilyn Madden, coming in for Palmero. Britton has it for the Eagles, and Petoskey thought about going for the steal there. Decided to stay with her offensive player. Jesperson stops, pops, and is short. But Britton comes up with the rebound, kicks it back out to Jesperson. Finds Ross, goes baseline, little floater off the backboard. Rebounded by Beck.
Good effort by Britton there. One thing you'll get from her is hustle. She's a talented cross-country runner. Really has a motor that just goes and goes, and you especially see it on this defensive end.
Beck tried to go baseline, lost the handle, and it's taken away by the Eagles, and it's swatted right back by Petoskey. Stevenson gets it to Beck off the rim. Put back by Evan Post is no good. Another shot no good. It's rebounded by Britton. And the Eagles will bring it up the floor. Petoskey pokes it away from Jesperson, excuse me. And Jesperson draws the foul on Petoskey, and she will head to the Ty Nesta Builder Supply free throw line.
I think you see the importance of having the left-hand dribble there. They're really overplaying to the right side. It forced Jesperson to go left, and it did give her a little bit more room than she's had.
First shot is off the front of the rim.
Like Maya Conan-Smith checking in for Natalie Ross for Youngsville.
Brianna Cope, number 12, coming in for Maplewood, as is number 2. I don't have a number 2 on my roster.
I've got Keely Dale, number 2, freshman.
And that one banks in. Stevenson will bring it up the floor for Maplewood. Madden gets it over to Dale. Back up for Madden. Stevenson in the corner goes inside to Evan Post. Her shot's no good. She gets her own rebound, puts it up too strong. Dale gets the rebound, and then it's taken away by Stevenson. Cope's shot goes off the front of the rim, but Stevenson chases it down, and Evan Post banks it home.
Post becomes the 8th Maplewood scorer in the game tonight.
Jesperson gets to mid-court, and Dale's just going to put her arms out. She's not going to try for the steal. But that defense was effective as well, as Jesperson's pass goes out of bounds.
Yeah, you can see the struggle. It's more so a lack of control when having to change positions. And really that's what Maplewood's doing, is they're forcing them to, they're not giving them the corner, making them turn quickly. And it's hard to handle the ball for the Youngsville tonight.
Pulls it back out, gets it to Stevenson. Kicks it into Dale. That pass is tipped. Cope comes up with it, goes off the back of the rim. Rebound ticked around. Britton comes away with it, but it's poked away by Cope and then poked away by Madden, and Britton still has it. And Stevenson will take it away. Saved by Dale. Post jumper no good. Stevenson initially had the rebound, but then it's poked out of bounds. Last touch by Maplewood. 34 seconds to play. Hunter Station Golf Club's second quarter.
Youngsville still looking for their first field goal of the game. They've knocked down a few free throws, but still no field goals on the night.
Jesperson tries to split the double team. Can't do that, but does draw the foul, and she'll head to the Ty Nesta Builder Supply free throw line after the Bruno Iorfito Wrestling Camp foul.
And if there is one bright spot the Eagles can take, is their ability to get to the free throw line. This is already Jesperson's 5th and 6th free throws of the first half.
That one off the back of the rim. And Ross comes back in for the Eagles. And second shot from Jesperson is good. Final 20 seconds of the first half. And Dale tried to weave her way through about 4 Eagles. Couldn't do that, but does get it back out, and we're going to get a whistle. And a foul on the floor. If you're counting, the Eagles have 3 more to give if they want to extend this half with 13 seconds to go. Post gets it into Dale, puts it off the glass too high. Post is there. Had the rebound kicked out to Stevenson, now to Madden. 6 seconds to go. Cope shot is no good. And they're going to call that the end of the first half. So through 2 quarters of play, Maplewood 29, Youngsville 3. It's Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School basketball on the YDL Sports Network.
At Clairview Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, we are committed to our community by providing advanced medical care and services at our skilled nursing center, while also providing a setting for seniors who require minimal assistance with their daily routine at our Country Springs personal care home. Our services aim to enhance self-esteem and encourage a fulfilling lifestyle. Clairview Nursing and Rehab Center and Country Springs personal care home share a beautiful campus right outside of Sligo and are less than 10 minutes from the center of Clarion.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
Allegheny Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Allegheny Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Allegheny Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlleghenyElectric.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery offers screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as on cool gear like backpacks, window decals, and engraved tumblers. We also specialize in team, business, and organization fundraisers. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyyyinc.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
And welcome into the Potter County Family Campground halftime show. At the half, Maplewood leads Youngsville 29-3, this District 10 Region 2 girls basketball matchup. At Potter County Family Campground, your outdoor adventures start here with family and friends. We can accommodate your camping needs, whether you camp in a tent, RV, or one of our camping cabins. We have a camping experience for you. Open year-round and located in the heart of Potter County, God's country. Check us out online at pottercountycamping.com. And, Alan, we were talking during the break there that, if you're Morgan Cook Heibach in the Youngsville locker room, what are you saying to your team to keep them up and motivated to come out in this second half?
Really, all you can say is just keep hustling, keep drawing fouls, keep doing what you can. Obviously, I mean, it's pretty clear to anybody with eyes watching here that there are two teams that are just at two different levels right now. And but to Youngsville's credit, they are playing hard. Obviously, the ball handling is a problem, but defensively, they're not making much easy for Maplewood. And if they can find a little more consistency, a little more control on the offensive end, they can hang right with the backup players for Maplewood. They did a good job there in the second quarter. So, just got to keep doing what you're doing. I mean, no one's going to come and save them. So just keep giving that effort.
Well, and on the flip side, if you're Sean Rhodes, how do you manage your starters in the second half here? I mean, we talked about we're 4 points away from having a running clock. I mean, assuming Maplewood were to score 4 straight, you're 4 points away from having a running clock in the second half. You obviously don't want to risk injury. You're in first place in the region. That's longer term, that's the more important thing here, but you don't want to maybe have your starters be sitting for an entire half either.
Yeah, I think that's something really good that Coach Rhodes did in the first half. He did get his starters some significant time early on. They had their level of success, and then he did put the backups in. If I were him, if I had to guess what he's going to do, I'd imagine he's probably going to treat this second half much like many NFL playoff teams approach week 18.
Yeah.
I think you'll see the starters for 3 or 4 minutes, probably till it gets to the running clock. And, he just probably wants to see a little better execution. Even with the huge lead, just a lot of mistakes as far as missing close shots, not finishing, really cold from long distance.
Right.
So it's one of those things. It's just, you kind of maybe want him to come out, have a little more rhythm in the second half, and then get him on the bench and start looking forward to the next game.
So you don't leave Eimer in to go for the steals record, right? Is that what you said?
We don't have official numbers, and I don't know what the official record is, but I would have to think it's within reach, but I don't know that he's going to really make make that a priority in the second half.
She's the Saquon Barkley of Maplewood
yeah,
tonight.
She's
Is that what I'm
definitely doing that, and then some.
All right, let's take a look at our halftime stats brought to you by Icy Ink. For all your screen printing and embroidery needs, call Icy Ink at 814-688-0034. Visit icyink.com. That's ICYYink.com. Be cool. Wear Icy.
All right, for the Maplewood Tigers, as I mentioned in the first half, 8 different players scored in the first half, so pretty impressive balance for the Tigers. Nobody really standing too far above the others. Maggie Means leads the way with 7 points. It's about half her average in the first half, right where you'd expect her to be. Jocelyn Blake, who only averages just over 1 point a game, already has 5. You got 3 points for Rin Post, and then several other Tigers have 2 points, including, or actually Janelle Beck with 4 points, as well as Brooke Kennedy. I guess there's more than those with just 4 points. Also, Evan Post has scored. Madison Eimers scored in addition to all her steals. And Madison O'Hara also has 2 points. For Youngsville, it's pretty easy. Lily Jesperson has all 3 points, all 3 from the free throw line. She was 3 of 6. She's actually the only player who went to the line in the first half for the Eagles. So they'll definitely be looking for a few more good opportunities offensively, especially in the second half.
Well, the key is just really to get their offense set up. I mean, most of those possessions, especially late first, early second quarter, it was Eimer just poking that ball away as soon as Jesperson crossed half court with it. And, when that's happening, it's, we talked about they haven't made a field goal yet, but you can't even get a shot away because you're not getting the ball barely across half court.
Yeah, and it's really got to be the key. I mean, you're talking, as you said, end of the first, early second especially, but you could start to see late in the first half against some of Maplewood's backups, obviously, but they were having a little more success, at least getting some looks. It's disappointing for them. A few times they had some good looks underneath to Laufenberger under the hoop and everything, and just unfortunately kind of in a bad spot and ended up traveling instead of, being able to go up strong. But the opportunities are there, and if you're Coach Heibach, I mean, it's not going to take a lot to find some bright spots. The girls are hustling. They're doing what they can. And I think if you get a little more consistency on offense and a few better looks and handle that pressure, along with the defensive effort they got in the first half, you can walk away from this game taking something good from it.
All right, let's take a look real quick. Our Rehab Center second half adjustments. The Rehab Center will always make the right adjustments for you. Visit them online, therehabcenters.com. Chiropractors caring for health.
Yeah, for Youngsville, I think we just said it. I mean, you just got to be able to take care of the ball offensively and give yourself an opportunity to get good shots. Before you can even knock them down, you've got to get them up. And that's really where Youngsville struggled in the first half. For Maplewood, I think despite having the 29-3 lead, it was a sloppy first half in a lot of ways, especially from the starting unit there. So I think Coach Rhodes wants to see a little more execution out of his starters, assuming that they do come out on the court here in the third. And, maybe leave with a win, of course, as they expect to have, but also maybe feeling a little better about it.
And those were our Rehab Center second half adjustments. Chiropractors caring for health, therehabcenters.com. That's center spelled the old English way with an R-E-S. And that will wrap up the Potter County Family Campground halftime show. Our third quarter tonight is brought to you by Casella. Fans are an essential part of any team. Visit Casella.com to join our team today. Casella, our people, your team. Tonight's game also being brought to you in part by Spitzer Auto World of St. Mary's. Our world revolves around you. Spitzer Chevy, stmarys.com. And looks like the starters will be back on the floor for the Tigers to start this Casella third quarter. I see Eimer and Maggie Means, Madison O'Hara, along with Rin Post and Ella Frazier.
Yeah, I would expect, much like we said during the halftime show there, that's probably what Coach Rhodes is looking for, a little bit more cohesiveness, a little more well-executed offense. Other than that, he'd probably like to see that and then get them off the court as soon as possible, give some of those other girls the opportunities.
Have a strong third quarter, have a seat, come out of here healthy, and with a win if you're Coach Sean Rhodes.
If you can leave with a win and feeling good, that's you'll take it every time.
O'Hara from the wing can't get it to go. Those rims just not friendly for either team right now, but Rin Post on the rebound gets it back for the Tigers inside to Frazier. Eimer thought about the three, instead gets it over to Post, up to Maggie Means. And her shot off the front of the rim. Again, rebounded by the Tigers. O'Hara has it. Eimer with the swing over to Post. Can't get her shot to go. Another rebound for Maplewood.
Well, I don't know, as a basketball coach, what you look out here. Are you happy that you're getting a fifth opportunity at the basket here? Or are you disappointed because you're 0 for 4 to start the half?
Swing it up top to Eimer, over to O'Hara. Going to take a three. She hits that one. It's an icy ink three-pointer for Madison O'Hara to start the Casella third quarter.
Answer my own question. I think he'll be happy with that. He just wishes it didn't take as long next time.
And Jesperson a little behind the back, but then lost the handle, and Eimer's there to take it away. Gets it up to O'Hara. Tried to go inside to Frazier. Bounces way out top, and Means had to collect it there for the Tigers. And good ball movement so far offensively for Maplewood to start the Casella third quarter as Means puts up a jumper. It's off the rim, but O'Hara's there for the rebound and the putback.
7 points now in the game for O'Hara that will match Maggie Means for the team lead, and that should put the game into the running clock territory.
And poked away by Eimer.
Might want to record that next time and just push a button every time you want to say it.
Yeah.
Save your
Save
voice.
my voice, yeah.
Kennedy Allen checks in for Haley Kent as she checks out for the Eagles.
Cassidy Britton has it for Youngsville, gets it back to Jesperson. Britton against O'Hara seems like a major mismatch here, and that's taken away by Maplewood. Means gets it up to Eimer a little too far out in front, but I don't have official heights on either of them, but there's got to be at least 7 inches there.
There is a difference. That's all you need to know. I believe the video will at least show that. And another turnover there for Maplewood. Like I said, I mean, it's kind of been a disjointed effort for Maplewood. I mean, obviously very successful on the scoreboard, but having some trouble, especially on the offensive end.
That ball's knocked out of bounds, but we'll stay with the Eagles. And trying to get it into Ross, but Means is there to take it away. And gets it down low to O'Hara for the easy lay-in.
All 7 points in this third quarter scored by O'Hara so far.
Jesperson draws the Bruno Iorfido Wrestling Camp foul.
Jesperson's drawn her share of fouls tonight. It's got to be a good 6 or 7 as Coach Heibock's going to take a timeout here. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout.
We'll step aside for 15.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
And welcome back here to Youngsville High School. 4:24 to play in the Casella third quarter. Maplewood leading Youngsville 36-3. This District 10 Region 2 contest. Brian Hagberg, Alan Siebert with you on the YDL Sports Network. And Our good friend DJ tried to get us to give a shout out to those Golden Domers, but
we'll give a shout out to Notre Dame for beating Georgia.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do. But as far as the rest of the night goes, we are.
We are indeed, yes. As O'Hara is going to get the steal this time for Maplewood and puts it up and in.
Now all 9 points from O'Hara in the third quarter. Noticing a trend.
Yeah. Jesperson gets it to the baseline of Means, poked it away, but it goes right back to Jesperson, and then Eimer's there for the steal, has O'Hara on a breakaway, and a layup.
I'm not even going to say. Okay, well, 11 points now in the quarter for O'Hara. It's now 40-3 in favor of Maplewood. And one thing I've noticed with Maplewood on defense, they don't appear to be trying to swipe the ball away anymore. Just putting hands straight out, as you said, and playing defense.
And Jesperson nearly had the first field goal for the Eagles, but again, that ball hits the rim, and it's just not going in tonight.
Especially this near end of the court. It's especially unkind for both teams.
We're going to have to ask Athletic Director Clay Hayes after the game what he did to these rims tonight. They are extremely unfriendly as Eimer goes way up off the glass. And finally somebody else from Maplewood gets a chance to score in this quarter.
Breaks the 11-0 run by Madison O'Hara.
Jesperson tries to go left this time. Splits the defense, puts it off the glass a little too strong, and O'Hara's got it. Gets it up to Means, a little far out in front. She gets the recovery, but can't get the shot. And then Fraser's there for the putback. Can't get it to go, but does draw the Bruno Iorfito Wrestling Camp foul.
Frazier is going to go to the line, going to have a chance to be the 9th Maplewood Tiger to score tonight. It once again looks like wholesale changes coming for Maplewood, much like we expected.
And Frazier's first shot from the Ty Nesta Builder Supply free throw line is off the mark. You can build on your lead at Ty Nesta Builder Supply. TyNestaBuilders.us. And again, wholesale changes for the Tigers. I see Petoskey, I see Blake, Palmero, and Madden. And then looks like Evan Post is waiting for Frazier, but she'll have to wait a little bit longer as Frazier's second shot was no good, and Palmero is going to get called for the double dribble.
And that will allow number 12, Brianna Cope, to enter the game.
It was 12. Good call. I thought that was a 32. That's a 12.
And Frazier will have a seat. And now this is kind of the point of the game where if you're Coach Ibach now, they got the backups in for Maplewood. This is where you want to see maybe just work a little more, look for a little more consistency on offense. They did get a couple good looks from Jesperson the last few times down the floor.
And she slipped there, somehow got that ball out to Haley Kent, whose shot went out of bounds, but good recovery from Jesperson.
Absolutely.
I thought her toe caught the line just from our vantage point here, but
the C's opened up and Kent was standing there wide open, and good recovery by Jesperson.
It's Madden bringing it up for the Tigers. Get it inside to Blake and out to Petoskey. Madden over to Palmero's going to try a three and hit an Icy Ink three-pointer for Palmero.
Frazier was unable to, but Palmero becomes the 9th different Maplewood player to score with her first bucket of the night.
Jesperson drives the lane, puts it hard off the glass. No good, and Palmero with the rebound. Thought about going coast to coast, instead kicks it out to Madden. And now Blake back to Palmero, going to try another three. This one off the mark. Rebounded initially by Ross, poked away. And Blake's going to try a three. Can't get it to go. Rebound kicked around, finally hauled in there by Laufenberger. And Jesperson's pass is intercepted by Madden. Blake with a little mid-range jumper.
And that's now 10 players to score for Maplewood tonight. So Coach Rhodes is getting scoring all up and down his roster.
And Petoskey trying to force Jesperson out of bounds. Instead is going to get called for the Bruno Iorfito Wrestling Camp foul. As Britton will come back in for the Eagles. We'll give Jesperson a breather. The final 20 seconds of the Casella third quarter. Britton drives and runs into traffic. Eagles maintain possession. 3 seconds. Britton off the glass, can't get it to go, and that is how the third quarter will end with Maplewood leading Youngsville 47-3. Allegheny Gorilla Foxburg High School basketball on the YDL Sports Network.
At Clairview Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, we are committed to our community by providing advanced medical care and services at our skilled nursing center, while also providing a setting for seniors who require minimal assistance with their daily routine at our Country Springs Personal Care Home. Our services aim to enhance self-esteem and encourage a fulfilling lifestyle. Clairview Nursing and Rehab Center and Country Springs Personal Care Home share a beautiful campus right outside of Sligo and are less than 10 minutes from the center of Clarion.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
Allegheny Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Allegheny Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or
Fourth quarter action here from Youngsville with the Eagles trailing Maplewood 47-3, and that's going to be poked by Petoskey, but right to Haley Kent, and then that pass taken away by Cope. Madden will bring it up the floor for the Tigers in the Verischetti Holdings fourth quarter. Jump shot there from Blake is up and in.
7 points for Blake now, 6 points above her season average. So good night for Blake.
And they're going to get Palmero on the Bruno Ayerfito Wrestling Camp foul. Companies within the Verischetti Holdings Group include Phoenix Standard Metals, Superior Energy Resources, Allegheny Electric Service, Guardian Healthcare, and Verischetti and Son Incorporated. Find out more at VerischettiHoldings.com. Get it into Britton. Britton gets it down to Laufenberger, who loses the handle. Fight for the ball, and we are going to get a jump ball. Pizza Hut possession arrow points to Maplewood. Still time for you to order a fresh hot pizza now online, pizzahut.com, where no one out-pizzas the Hut. Bet if you call now, you can get it in time for kickoff.
Yeah, we're getting close, 45 minutes away.
Palmero will just take it across the baseline. Kicks it back inside to Blake. Her shot off the glass is no good, but Madden comes away with it. Blake on the wing, inside. Cope gets her own rebound. Has it taken away. It's knocked out of bounds by the Eagles.
And it looks like Maplewood's going to make another full-sale change. For the most part, some of these players have played tonight, but not all of them.
So I see 32, Evan Post, 20, Janelle Beck, Lily Stevenson, number 5, Keely Dale, number 2, and number 24, Brooke Kennedy.
And if you're Coach Heibach, you look at them putting in 5 for 5 a couple different times in this half, and what would you do to have have that be a choice for you with only 7 players on the roster tonight?
So Kaylee Laufenberger got tripped up there trying to bring that ball out. Kent picks up her dribble and then runs into traffic. Stevenson all over her and is taken away by Dale. And Dale can't go coast to coast, but she does draw the Bruno Ayerfito Wrestling Camp foul. And Dale will head to the Ty Nestor Builder Supply free throw line. You can visit Ty Nestor Builders online at tynestorbuilders.us.
Looks like that foul was called on Maya Conan-Smith, her second. first of the quarter for the Eagles as Jesperson checks back in for Conan Smith.
And again, Maplewood struggles from the free throw line continue. And another 0 for 2 trip.
Yeah, it's by my count now. 8 or 10 missed free throws for Maplewood? And it might not matter on a game like tonight, but it could matter down the road somewhere.
And Ross put herself in a dangerous position there, picked up her dribble right at the half-court line. Kick it out to Jesperson, now back over to Ross. Ross goes baseline, puts up a jumper. Didn't quite have the angle, and Evan Post with the rebound. Kennedy will bring it up the floor quickly for the Tigers. Thought about it, pumped, then took the three. It's off the back of the rim. Rebound is kicked around. And Kennedy has it now. Tried to miscommunication. Looked like they're the quarterback and the receiver are not
Definitely
on the same page.
different pages.
The receiver ran the wrong route or something.
We got football on the brain.
Yeah.
Right now. You'll have to excuse us. A couple Penn State guys.
Britton dribbles around the traffic and then throws an interception right to Janelle Beck. And Laufenberger a little slow to get up. As Stevenson's first shot is no good, but she gets her own rebound and puts it up and in.
And looks like Coach Heibach's going to take a timeout here with 3:29 left.
We'll take a timeout with them. This is Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School Basketball on the YDL Sports Network.
Founded in 1978 and headquartered in Warren, Pennsylvania General Energy has become a leading oil and natural gas producer in the Appalachian Basin. PGE is a proud and growing organization making positive contributions to the region's economy and environment. We are equally proud of our commitment to safety and environmental programs. PGE is a strong, family-oriented company that believes in giving back to the communities in which we live, work, and play. PGE, producing the energy we need, protecting the environment we treasure.
Here at the Warren County Chamber of Business and Industry, we like to focus on our community and help our local businesses expand and succeed.
Why join WCCBI? Not only do we offer a way for local businesses to grow and prosper, but we also provide business development, community involvement, and member benefits.
Becoming a member of WCCBI includes benefits such as networking and ribbon cutting.
Become a member or to see additional information, visit WCCBI.org today.
Welcome back to Youngsville, where the Eagles trail Maplewood 51-3, 3:29 left. Berescati Holdings fourth quarter. Brian Hagberg, Alan Siebert with you on the YDL Sports Network. Jesperson will bring it up the floor for the Eagles. Nifty little crossover move, and then that ball is tipped out of bounds. It'll stay Youngsville basketball.
If Youngsville fails to make a field goal in this game, it will not be due to lack of trying from Jesperson. She's had some good moves and gotten some decent looks at the hoop. Nothing has fallen yet.
Ross, no shot, is going to get called for a Warren County Visitors Bureau travel. Kennedy not in any big hurry to bring the ball up the court. Gets it to Post. Post had a wide open lane if she had taken a look to her left there, but instead gets it to Kennedy and collision there. And it gets down low to Stevenson. It's rebounded by Beck. And Beck will kick it back out to Stevenson on the wing. Short on the three-point attempt and out of bounds. You're going to see Kaylee Laufenberger check back in for the Eagles for Natalie Ross. You know, and that's, you mentioned Maplewood's had a couple of wholesale changes already in this half. And, you know, when you're Youngsville, you got to go one at a time, maybe two at a time at best. And that can make a difference, especially as these games go on.
Yeah, and it's another thing to think about it in a bubble of just tonight. But this team played with the same 7 players just a few nights ago in Jamestown. And, you know, I mean, it's a lot of miles on those young legs. I mean, I know they're young legs, but it's still, I mean, you only have so many bodies out there, and it starts to show.
Post kicks it out to Kennedy. She puts up a three. No good. Rebounded by Beck. And Beck, mid-range jumper, no good. Post there for the putback. That goes off the rim. Heard that a lot tonight, too. And this time, Post gets the friendly roll. As we are approaching the final minute of Bearsketty Holdings' fourth quarter. And Britton made a couple of nice moves, and then Kennedy picked her pocket.
Yeah, and that's pretty much an encapsulation of Youngsville's what they're up against. You've got a first-year senior running the most important position on the floor in a varsity game. It's just tough sledding for any team.
Britton nearly took it back away, but Kennedy able to recover, gets it to Stevenson for the layup. Final 30 seconds. Britton looking for the baseline, then ran into traffic a little high for Laufenberger. And Dale trying to go coast to coast, runs into Stevenson. And she's going to get called for the Bruno Irafito Wrestling Camp foul. With 8.3 seconds to go. And the final shot is blocked away by Laufenberger, but your final here from Youngsville, it is Maplewood 55, Youngsville 3. Tigers move to 5-0 in Region 2 play, 8-4 overall. Youngsville falls to 1-11 overall and 0-5 in the region. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the Acrisure post-game show, including our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game. This is Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School basketball on the YDL Sports Network.
At Clairview Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, we are committed to our community by providing advanced medical care and services at our skilled nursing center, while also providing a setting for seniors who require minimal assistance with their daily routine at our Country Springs Personal Care Home. Our services aim to enhance self-esteem and encourage a fulfilling lifestyle. Clairview Nursing and Rehab Center and Country Springs Personal Care Home share a beautiful campus right outside of Sligo and are less than 10 minutes from the center of Clarion.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
Allegheny Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Allegheny Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Allegheny Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlleghenyElectric.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery offers screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as on cool gear like backpacks, window decals, and engraved tumblers. We also specialize in team, business, and organization fundraisers. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyyyinc.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
Welcome into the Acrisure postgame show. Acrisure, with a location in DuBois, is the official insurance provider of the YDL Sports Network. Find out more at acrisure.com/mid-Atlantic. And as you can see on our screen, the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game, where you come for the food, stay for the view, AlleghenyGrill.com. Maplewood's Madison O'Hara. And Madison, obviously this is one of those games that you guys kind of put away a little bit early. It seemed like offensively you were having a little bit of struggle from the field early on. Rim's not very friendly tonight. As a shooter, when the ball's not getting that friendly rolls, what do you say to yourself to start getting some balls in the basket?
You just got to think about how if you don't shoot, then they're not going to go in. So if you want them to go in, you just got to keep shooting. They're going to fall eventually. It's 4 quarters. It's a lot of time. You just got to keep shooting.
And when you come on the road, you have a game like this. It's a region contest, obviously, so it's a pretty important one. How important is it for you to stay focused here? You're playing a little bit earlier than you normally would. It's a kind of a varsity only thing. Is it harder to get back into your normal game routines on games like these?
Yeah, you definitely have to really focus in because the JV gets you started. Their intensity, them like trying their best and setting the tone for your game, it definitely helps whenever they're playing, but when they're not, you just got to really focus and think about what you're going to do in the game and what your goals are for the game.
So you come out in the third quarter and you've scored the first 11 points for your team in the quarter. What was working so well for you to start that second half?
Just running down the floor and like whenever you were like playing good defense and your other teammates get to steal, just sprinting down the floor to help them out and be there in case they need you as an outlet, or if they happen to miss a basket and you're there for the rebound.
So you start January with a couple of big region wins. You beat Sagertown the other night. You get Youngsville here tonight. How much momentum does this give you as you guys start getting into the heart of your region schedule?
It definitely helps getting these games out of the way, so then you can really focus on the bigger games and like practicing hard and not having to like get in slumps where you like still win, but you have some like struggle along the way. So it definitely helps to do that.
All right, that's our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game, Maplewood's Madison O'Hara, as I'm kicking the camera around up here. Madison, congratulations on the win tonight, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more of the Acrisure post-game show right here on the YDL Sports Network.
At Clairview Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, we are committed to our community by providing advanced medical care and services at our skilled nursing center, while also providing a setting for seniors who require minimal assistance with their daily routine at our Country Springs Personal Care Home. Our services aim to enhance self-esteem and encourage a fulfilling lifestyle. Clairview Nursing and Rehab Center and Country Springs Personal Care Home share a beautiful campus right outside of Sligo and are less than 10 minutes from the center of Clarion.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
And welcome back into the Acrisure post-game show. Again, your final score here from Youngsville, Maplewood 55, Youngsville 3. And now let's take a look at our Icy Ink final game stats for all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Call Icy Ink at 814-688-0034. Visit them online, icyink.com. That's ICYYink.com. Be cool. Wear Icy.
All right, as you would expect, it's kind of a tale of two sides of the score sheet here. I'm not going to mention all of Maplewood's scores because they had so many of them. Looks like 11 players scored tonight, led by Madison O'Hara there with 13 points. 7 for Jocelyn Blake, as well as Maggie Means, and 4 each from Lily Stevenson, Janelle Beck, Madison Eimer, Brooke Kennedy, and Evan Post. For Youngsville, it's unfortunately a pretty quick story. I gave it to you at halftime, and that's how it reads at the end. 3 points from Lily Jesperson, all from the free throw line, as the Eagles are shut out from the field in tonight's 55-3 loss.
All right, those were our Icy Inc. final game stats. Give them a call, 814-688-0034, online, icyinc.com. And Alan, if you're Youngsville, how do you regroup from this? And if you're Maplewood, how do you carry this one, the momentum from this one forward into the rest of the region schedule?
Well, for Youngsville, it's just the story of what it's been, really. You just have to keep pushing as hard as you can. You hopefully get a few of those bodies back, especially Riley Robinalt would help out a lot, especially in games like tonight where a ball handler is so important. But, I mean, time will only tell on that. For Maplewood, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you'd like to say that with a 52-point win, you're pretty happy. But as we said several times, some of the execution just wasn't there tonight. But ultimately, they did what they needed to do. They took care of business, got out of here with the win, and now they just need to clean some of those things up as they head into the teams that are closer to them in the region standings.
All right. Well, hopefully they're not the only Pennsylvania team that takes care of business tonight. I know
we hope so.
You and I are going to try to rush out of here and get back home in time, get in the old lazy boy in time for kickoff. But
that's right. Carter's on the field. That's all I've seen so far. So I'm happy. That was step 1 for tonight. So we'll see how things go. Should be a good game either way. And it's been a great season. Hopefully it just continues for another 11 days.
11 days. There you go. All right. With that, we're going to get out of here. Again, your final score here from Youngsville, Maplewood 55, Youngsville 3 for Alan Siebert. This is Brian Hagberg on the YDL Sports Network saying thank you so much for watching and have a great evening.
Performance, power, and drive. Whether it's on the court or on the road, success is always in motion. And Spitzer Auto World St. Mary's believes you deserve the best win in motion. That's why we offer an unbeatable selection at the Panda price and a lifetime warranty. It's a slam dunk. Good luck to all athletes. We believe in you and are proud to be a part of your journey.
Wag more, spend less at Spitzer Auto World St. Mary's.